Hey guys, welcome along to our YouTube channel / Facebook page, whatever platform this is going up onto. My name is Jayadharma Das. That's a bit of a mouthful. John is also, I often respond to that name. This practice today is not difficult, but please take it easy. You know, yoga is not gymnastics with incense. And we're not here to achieve great physical tasks. We're here to have a good time, okay? So, just come down and rest your head in your right hand and bend the bottom knee and just lift that leg, the top leg, the left leg, and just breathe in and take it back and just start to activate the hamstrings as you come forward and the lower back as you come back. Breathing in and out. And just hold it there and then bend the knee and grab the instep and just start to draw the heel into the buttocks. Wrap the sole of the foot around the buttocks. Yeah. Draw the shoulder back and relax. Straighten your legs out. Lift them. Use the fingers on the left hand just to support you. Breathe in and just start to scissor. Keep those legs like the blades of a scissor, yeah? Long and sharp, pointing out through the balls of the feet, or you can shape them like a dancer and push out through the toes. In yoga, they usually pull the toes back, yeah? Good. You lower both legs, right? You bend the bottom knee again, you breathe in, you raise that left leg up and down. You try and keep the foot parallel to the floor, so no toes to the ceiling, just pushing out through the heel, breathing in and up, and you just hold it, you just lift it, you just lift it, lift it. Take the hand on the inside of the knee and start to stretch the hamstrings. Draw them back, draw the toes back, right? You can slide your hand up, you can grab the toe, just stretch those hamstrings. There's no point, you know, in having the toe, which looks a bit cooler if your knee is bent, right? No, you got to straighten the leg out, and if you need to have the hand behind the thigh, all good. Right. And you come down, and you come up onto your forearms, and you just start to lift the head. I'm looking towards you so I can maintain some contact with you, but you be looking forward, and you're just lifting your chest and drawing your elbows back towards your hips, just activating the lower back. You come down and you just sink your head down and shrug your shoulders up around your ears and move your head from side to side. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in and out. You press up, down dog. You part your feet and hands either side of the mat, and you simply bend the left knee and just start to push the right heel towards the floor. You feel the stretch through the calf and the ankle and stuff. Then you repeat on the other side. Just breathing in and out, stretching one heel, one ankle, and then the other. You come down, you come up onto your fists, you lift your head, you stick your bum in the air, you breathe in, big breath in, yeah, and then tuck the chin and press the shoulders up and push into those fists and really round as you draw your tailbone through. And relax. Then we come down and we rest our head in our left hand. We bend the bottom knee and we just repeat it again, yeah? You get a little bit tired, you get a little bit out of breath. Don't get out of breath. Try and keep the breath nice and rhythmic and smooth and consistent, yeah? So you get out of breath, just take a break. You're at home, man. No one's looking at you. Breathing in, drawing the leg forward, breathing out, taking it back. Breathing in and out, just challenging it but not wrecking it, yeah? And back and grabbing it and wrapping and drawing the heel in, and this top shoulder, drawing it back, feeling the shoulder blade work, wrapping the sole of the foot around the buttock. Relaxing, straightening both legs and back to the scissors. Breathing in Slowly, not too fast. It's not like a kid learning to swim, fluttering. No, slow and deliberate, like you're cutting a very expensive piece of cloth. Then you bend the bottom knee, you breathe in, you raise that right leg, again, keeping the foot parallel, breathing in and out and down and up and holding, pushing out, like a martial artist making a side kick, if that means anything to you. Push out, grab somewhere behind the knee, behind the ankle, the calf, behind the heel, whatever, wherever it feels good. Good. You rest. You come up, you part your feet, and you just place your buttocks up between your feet, and you pin your shoulders back, and you just roll your head from side to side through 180 degrees, You look right over the right shoulder, and you lower the right knee, and you pin that right shoulder back. And you relax, and you breathe in, you look over the left shoulder, you lower the left knee. You come back, you pin your shoulders back, right? You breathe in, you lift your buttocks. And here we're a little bit sort of saggy, so you breathe in and you lift up a little bit further, maybe a little bit further. You start to slide the torso forward. You come back, you feel the weight on the wrists. Breathe in, slide it forward and come back and come down. Cross the right shin in front of the left, right? Take your left hand, fingertips or the heel of the hand, right behind the buttocks, Big breath in, right arm stiffens up, and it just leverages you around into a nice twist. Breathing in, twisting. When you run out of breath, you just breathe in again and maybe take the twist a little further. And you relax. You take your right hand behind you, left hand on the outside. Nice breath, drawn, the belly drawn in, and we twist. Good. Our right leg comes out, our left heel comes in, our right arm comes down the leg to wherever. These are all foundational poses. I often do them, I present them in all my classes, just in different sequences really, but there's maybe only 50 or 60 asanas that I do on a regular basis. The others I don't do so often, right? You don't need many, and you don't need to be particularly good, but you need to be consistent in your practice, and you won't be consistent unless you enjoy it, right? Just stretching. Some of you guys are more stretchy. You take the outside of the foot, or you grab the toes and the elbows on the inside of the knee, and you're not so stretchy. Your hand is just behind the knee, right? And then you just reach up with the left arm, and you wrap it around your waist, and you start to draw this top shoulder back, essentially to an imaginary wall that your buttocks are against. You relax. You turn. Your left hand takes the outside of the knee, the shin, the ankle, the foot, and you just simply twist your torso. You're drawing the toes back on that extended right leg. You're pushing the length of the leg and the ankle and the back of the knee towards the mat. And you relax. You take a nice, deep breath in and a nice, deep exhalation without forcing it. Left hand comes behind, breathe in, sweep up onto that left knee, draw the shoulder back. You're feeling up to it, the left foot steps in front of the right, the hips come up, stretching. You come down and you place your hands so that they're facing the feet. And of course, that might be too challenging, so be careful, At any stage it's too challenging, you just turn your hands maybe to face the side or the front, So you spread the fingers and you just gently rock backwards and forwards. This is to limber up the wrists, breathing in and out. So presuming that feels okay, right? You lift your head like we did before and you stick your bum in the air, seriously arcing that lumbar spine. You breathe in, and on the outward breath, the chin comes to the chest again, the tailbone tucks through, and you're monitoring those wrists. And you relax and you sit on your heels and you take the back of the hands and you rub them quite firmly into the mat to release any tension in those wrists. You then come up, you shake, you shake. You turn to the right and the right hand takes the left foot. Now that's too hardcore, it just takes the floor somewhere, yeah? Breathe in, pull up through the pelvic floor and draw your belly to the spine and twist to the right, guys. Looking over the shoulder, twisting your neck, twisting and relaxing and breathing in and looking to the left, taking the floor or the foot and twisting the other way. And relaxing. And from this position, simply climbing up onto the balls of the feet, heels together, knees nice and wide, yeah? You place your palms on the floor, you draw your chest down, and you're just rounding the spine here, getting that delicious stretch through the spine. You come back, you try and establish some balance on the balls of the feet, you raise your arms. You just don't place them up there, you got to reach out through the fingertips, yeah. Really reach out, you breathe in, you focus on something, and you push to tiptoes. Just for a moment. I don't know if I'm still in the camera angle in the frame, but you then lower the heels, you bend your knees, you bring your feet together, hands to prayer, and you crouch. You take your right elbow on the outside of the left knee, and you just simply come along, and you're trying to stack your elbows on top of each other. Just twisting. That's all it is, a twist. When you relax, you'll find it easier if you can get your knees and your feet together. You come to the other side, place the elbow on the outside of the right knee, and you're just twisting. You relax. You come down. You sit down. You take your left foot out, and you breathe. Breathing in and out. And you know, I punctuate the class with passive phases like this because I enjoy it, right? And I know that some people aren't, you know, as fit as others. And if, you know, you're practicing on your own, right? You're not trying to follow along. You don't need to do the passive stuff. You can just pump it out, right? And conversely, if you're a little tired, you don't have a lot of stamina, you're feeling a little bit jaded, then you take more time. Left arm lays down the leg. You're just easing your way into it, feeling stuff, positioning that right foot so it's not causing you any discomfort. Finding out your distance, drawing the toes back, taking the hand behind the left knee or the ankle, or grabbing the foot or grabbing the toes. The right arm comes up and you're drawing that arm back towards the wall. You wrap it, maybe grab the right thigh, pin the shoulder back. Relax, breathe in, right hand to the knee, the shin, the ankle, the foot, and just twist, and twist, and twist, and relax. Cross your left shin in front of your right. Separate the cheeks of your buttocks. So try and get the shins not up here at the ankles. I'm using my forearms as an example, but mid-shinish, yeah? And the soles of the feet, they line up at the sides of the mat or the ends of the mat, yeah? You're just breathing in and out. You breathe in, your shoulders are soft, and you lower your left ear down towards the left shoulder. And then just to sort of accent that stretch, wrap the right hand and place it on the left buttock and really stretch out that area between the right ear and the right shoulder. Breathe in, twist and look over the left shoulder. Relax. Start to shrug your shoulders, yeah? Breathing in, shrugging the shoulders up around the ears, breathing out. Good. Palms to the floor, shoulders soft, traps, that's the area between your ears and your shoulders essentially. Nice and relaxed. Breathe in, lower the right shoulder. Place the back of the left hand on the right buttock. Stretch it, guys. Stretch, relax, breathe in, and look right over that right shoulder. And come back. And presuming you're still in the same position, right? If you're not, just shuffle around, get that same position. Lean back, separate the cheeks of the buttocks, place your fingertips on the floor, draw your shoulders back, lift your head, keep the spine long, keep your head elevated, and just hinging from the hips, coming down, just feeling stuff you may not feel. You might feel tons. You might feel like, whoa, I feel it just like 15 or 20 degrees into the whole thing. Some guys are getting right down here. Of course, this is not a classroom environment, so you've got no benchmarks, which is good, which is good. So you just take it to that point where it's like, oh, it feels good. Then you can relax it. You take your arms out and you just stretch it out. And you come up. And you take your legs wide and you just give them a bit of a stretch and shake them up and down. Yeah. You make fists. You lift your buttocks. You slide your legs a little bit wider. You place your hands behind your knees. You draw your toes back and you're just pushing the heels into the floor as you just start to come forward a little bit. Yeah. No, not too much of a big deal. Just stretching. Then you bend your knees. And you flop forward like a rag doll, and you bring your chin down to the chest and your forearms may be coming down to the floor. You breathe in, you lift your head. You breathe out, you bring your chin down. Breathing in. Your feet might be sliding forward, your buttocks might be sliding back as you get into it. Breathing in and out. You come back. You take those legs a little bit wider, you lift your buttocks, take it even wider, right? The right hand comes under the left buttock and the right elbow comes down towards the right thigh. You're feeling the leg, the hamstrings working, right? You may not get down too far, don't take it too far. Remember what I said in the beginning, guys, this is not a gymnastics class. This is more like a massage. Now this left shoulder draws back and you raise the arm, right? And then you start to take that top arm down over this leg. If you can grab the foot with ease, you grab it, and if you can't, you do not go anywhere near that sucker. You're just stretching out. You're just stretching out. You don't have to feel, you don't have to be good at this stuff to get the benefits, believe me. And you relax. You bend those knees and you're back to the ragdoll thing, except maybe this time with a small variation. You take your hands, your arms underneath your calves. You maybe grab the inside of your feet and you just lift the chest and bring the chin down and you're kind of like pressing your lower back forward. Yeah. You're just feeling it all going on. Good. You relax. You bring the soles of the feet together. You press your knees nice and wide. You can have the feet at a comfortable distance from the buttocks, or you can have them close, yeah? You look right over the right shoulder. You breathe in. You lower your chin towards your chest. You roll it across. You come to the other side. You twist that neck. And you relax. You separate your feet. Your hands are behind you. You get your butt up there, you're just rolling. 180 degrees, please. The 360 thing feels pretty good, but it's a little bit iffy, yeah? You breathe in, look over the right shoulder, lower the right knee, and if you like, take that left foot up onto the thigh and just play with it. Just play with it. You want to slide it up a little bit higher into, half lotus pose. It's all good. This is not exactly a formal half lotus pose, but you know what I mean. It's sort of taking the knees a little further than they normally go. You relax. You look over the left shoulder, knee comes down, right foot comes up or not. It slides up or not. All right. You relax. You come onto your back and your knees are bent. And your feet are either side of the mat, yeah? You lace your fingers. You breathe in. You push out through the heels of the hands and you lift your buttocks. And you're just feeling it here. You're just feeling the lower back, yeah? All that area down there might be a bit tight. You can feel it, yeah? There's a whole bunch of fascia. Fascia is sort of like skin, you relax, you come down, you cross your shins, you hug your knees up to your chest, you roll around and you just relieve any tension in that lower back. And the other way. And you think, nice, feels good. You rock up to a seated position, we come back to this position, we lift our buttocks, we slide a little bit, and the left hand comes under the right. And you draw your toes back, and if you're feeling, oh, I don't like this, so you're just here, all right? You're just here. That's all you do, you know? You just take it to that point where it feels good. Like when you get a massage and the guy says, how does that feel, madam? How does that feel, sir? It feels pretty good, but a bit deeper might be nicer. Or you know, the opposite. No, too strong, right? So in a sense, you're the client and the massage therapist all together. How sweet is that, right? Once you know what you're doing, man, this stuff can set you up for life. And the top arm comes up, comes back, comes over, stretching, out, stretching, feeling, drawing the toes back on each leg, foot, just stretching, guys. And relaxing. Crossing your right shin in front of your left. Just getting relaxed. The right arm comes out. The left arm hooks it just above the elbow. You look right over the right shoulder. You breathe in and you pull with the bent arm against the straight and you push the straight against the bend. You feel that shoulder getting challenged, yeah? That right shoulder. You relax. You center the arm. I'm not centered so I can keep again, some line of vision to the camera and you guys, right? But usually it'd be like this, right? It makes a right angle and this arm wraps around and you squeeze it if it feels okay. You give it a raise if it feels okay. And you relax. You come back. You take your fingertips to the deltoids. You start to roll those elbows, yeah? Big circles, like you're standing in a narrow hallway and those elbows have got crayons in them and you're drawing circles on the wall. And the other way, breathing in and out. Left arm makes a right angle. Or actually, this one, straight. Right arm hooks, look over the left. Draw it in, push against that bent, guys. Twist, relax. Left arm, right angle. Right arm snakes around, hand taking palm or thumb. Raising, lifting, squeezing, and releasing. Take a couple of rounds of nice, relaxing, conscientious breathing. When you breathe in, the belly softens, yeah. When you breathe out, the belly draws in towards the spine. And regardless of how you're breathing or when you're breathing, at what stage, what phase you are in the breathing, the spine is kind of tall, you're not slumped. That way, everything can move, yeah? The lungs can open, the diaphragm can move up and down as it pushes down and massages all the organs, yeah? As it draws up, opens up, it pushes up into the heart there. Then you position these feet again. So your right shin is over your left, cross them up nice and high, line the soles of the feet up with the ends of the mat. Situate your buttocks, right, so that the left calf is about 2/3 of a hand's length from the buttocks. Separate the buttocks. This time, lace your fingers, draw your shoulders back, squeeze those shoulder blades. Come forward, just stretching, leading with your chest, keeping your head up. And then releasing and coming down, maybe taking your arms out. Cool. Come into a downward dog, yeah?
Okay. Just breathing, rolling from one heel to the next. I want you to take the weight on the right hand. I want you to step your left foot about 40, 50 centimeters behind and come up into a side plank. And if that's too hard, you immediately lower the knee. Yeah? Good. Then we repeat it on the other side. And breathing in and out. So I'll be turning my back to you, so excuse me for a second. Right foot steps behind. Take the weight on the left hand. Right arm comes up. And again, too strong, you lower that knee. And you come back and you place your feet either side of the mat. You bend your knees, you spread your fingers, you draw your chest down to the thighs. You come forward into high plank and your bum is up in the air, tuck it through. Tuck it through. Press back, down dog. Come up onto your fists. High plank, lower the hips towards the fists. Thighs are off the floor. Take your head up and back. Getting too strong, you lower your knees. And then we simply lower the knees. And we sit on our feet and we take a breath. Breathing in and breathing out. We come forward, hands in prayer, we step back, low plank. Again, try and flatten it out, draw the belly to the spine, push out through the heels, pull your kneecaps up, engage your quadriceps. And lower your hips, separate your hands, lift your chest. Start to feel that lower back. Maybe even lift your elbows, but maybe you get up there and you think, whoa, that's a bit tight. So you bend or you come back, look over the left shoulder. Just monitoring that lower back. Not getting, you only need to be working about 80% of your max. Maybe even 70, 80%. You get brilliant benefits. Breathe in, look over the right. Come back. Come down. You're going to love this one. This is a really nice pose, right? You slide the left knee to the left elbow. You take the weight on the left hand, you raise it, and you slip your right arm through. You breathe in, and you come over. I'm a little close to the wall, otherwise I'd reach my arm out. But, I'm just leading with my elbow. You might be in tight space. You might have somebody doing it with you. And of course, it's just a beautiful twist, yeah. And you relax, and you come over onto your back once more, and you lift your hips once more. You're feeling that lower back. Maybe it's a little bit, it's a bit more relaxed. It's a little bit more supple. It's a bit softer. It's not as stiff, yeah. You come down. You take your right leg in the air. You take your hands to the floor. You start to work that leg, yeah. Just taking the hip joint through its range of motions and the other way. You breathe in, you lift the leg to vertical, you lift your buttocks, and then to get the lats out of the equation, you lift your arms, and you come down, and you lace your hands around the knee, and you pin the knee into the chest and rotate that right knee, ankle. And the other way. Good. You bring the soles of the feet together. Again, you pull the heels down, you pull back on your feet, and you press your chin down to your chest. And what do you feel? You feel a stretch to the upper back. You relax. You separate your feet. You breathe in, and you pull your knees into your armpits. You relax. You come down. You're just breathing. You bring your feet together again. You raise the left leg. You start to rotate that. And the other way. You can take it right out to the side. I got the wall to contend with, so I can't do that here, right? You raise that leg, arms up, center the sole of the right foot, breathe in, lift, and it's pretty hard work for the right thigh and the buttock. You know, you can feel them. They're pretty tight. They're working. Good. You hug that knee to your chest. You rotate the ankle. And the other way. And I didn't do it on the other side, but you can also slip the knee up into the armpit and rotate again. Good. You come up. Soles of the feet together again. You press the knees. You look over that right shoulder once more. Breathing in, drawing the chin to the chest. Coming to the other side. Coming back to neutral this time. Pressing the heels together, right? Coming forward again. Lifting your chest, lengthening through the spine, maybe using your elbows / forearms to press the knees, just stretching, bringing your elbows down or forearms down towards the floor and your head onto or near the feet. You relax. You come back, low plank. You come up, downward dog. Now, a more formal downward dog. Bring your feet about hips width apart. Push the heels towards the floor. Draw the chest down. Spread the fingers. Press into the base of the fingers, yeah? So that you're not taking it all on the heels of the hands. Come forward. Lower your knees. Breathe in. Lower your chest. Press up. Breathe in. This is a sort of a modified version of chaturanga, which is yoga speak for push-up, essentially. Breathe in and up. Yes, it wasn't the US Army that discovered push-ups. Yogis have been doing them for thousands of years. If you like, you take the proper chaturanga. You keep your elbows locked. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You come down. You're on your forearms, you're lifting your chest again, perhaps lifting your elbows, perhaps taking a rest. You think, oh, too hard. Just lifting. You come down. You relax. I'll turn around so you can see what I'm doing. So, you float the right knee to the right elbow, you raise the right elbow, and you simply slip that left arm through. All right, you breathe in, you take the right arm up and over. And you think, oh, this really is nice. This really is like a massage, yeah? And you come back. Low plank, downward dog. Right foot up, left knee down, coming up, lunging. You can work that front foot forward. You're trying to tuck your tailbone through. You lace your fingers, you draw your shoulders back, and you really work into that, you know, the hippie, groiny area here, yeah? All the hip flexors, you're on the instep of the back foot. You're just drawing the shoulders back. Good. Left hand comes down. You come on to the ball of the back foot, you raise that right arm. You come down, you step back. High plank, upward facing dog, different to cobra, right? So the thighs are off the floor, working the chest back and working the hips forward towards the heels of the hands. But of course, you're staying within your comfort zone, yeah? Press back, chest to thighs. Left foot to left hand. Fists, wiggle the back foot back. Lower the knee. Come up. Take your hands behind the back of the head. Start to lunge. Start to draw your elbows back, yeah? Start to feel it. Release the arms. Open up. Tuck the toes under on the back foot. Press up and turn. Take your hands together. Draw your shoulders back and come down. Pressing into the outside edge of the feet, drawing your arms up, squeezing and relaxing. And I think that'll do. Yeah, so just lie down, just completely relax, yeah? Completely relax. Separate your legs, allow your feet to flop out. Tuck your chin in a little bit. Hopefully you have some peace and quiet for this Yoga Nidra, this recovery phase of the Hatha Yoga system. Your arms are separated from your torso. The biceps, the palms are facing the ceiling. And you're just allowing all the muscles in the back, of course, just to soften and let go. Maybe you're still getting your breathing under control. That's all good. You breathe in. As you breathe out, you just consciously allow your body to melt into that yoga mat, into that carpet, whatever you're doing it on. You feel the outside edge of the heels melting, the ankles softening, the calves and the buttocks fat and heavy and supple, the soles of the feet soft, the inside arch of each foot collapsed as you can entirely relax and just sort of surrender to the relaxation. Your mind just sort of rests on the music playing in the background. And you just sort of drift there. Nothing to do now. Don't go thinking about work or finances or family or health or anything like that. Just rest. All of those things, yeah, the job, the finances, the relationships, the health, they're all important aspects of our life. But you need a well-rested mind to be able to navigate them. So just like you need a well-rested body to do anything physical the next day, so it is with the mind. Your lower back softens, your hips release, your buttocks gently press into the floor as both legs now start to get heavier and heavier, slackened at the hip joint. You relax the middle back, the intermediate back, your neck, and your shoulders. As you breathe out, you allow your shoulder blades just to release and merge into the yoga mat. And as that happens, your chest caves in, your shoulders round gently. And you allow your spinal column and the paravertebral muscles that run up and down the side of the spinal column, the paravertebral muscles, very tight, knotty group of muscles generally, all just to relax and drift one vertebra at a time from the neck down to the buttocks, into and beyond the yoga mat as you begin to release and relax. Your biceps and your triceps soft and flaccid. Your upper arms in general slackened at the shoulder joint. Your forearms, the back of the wrists and the back of the hands just sinking helplessly into the floor as you observe the natural warmth in your palms and your wrists and the natural curl in your fingers and your hands. You find your mind being drawn to something, day-to-day stuff as we mentioned. Observe it. You don't need to beat it up or get disappointed. Just observe it, acknowledge it, bring it back to the music, bring it back to this Yoga Nidra practice, yeah. And just rest.
This truly is me time, yeah. You feel the full weight of your head, all 5 or 6 kilos or whatever it is, just sinking desperately into the mat. Your neck softening. Your whole body surrendering to gravity, the pull of Mother Earth. You bring your focus back to your toes. You soften the tops of the toes, the gaps between the toes, the insteps and the ankles. You feel the lower legs limp and heavy with relaxation. Yeah, just like a rag doll, yeah, as we said before. A floppy rag doll. The shin muscles gliding from the shin bones, heading towards the mat as the shin bones press and simply encourage the calves to sink even further into the floor. You begin to grow weak at the knee joints. As you weaken at the knees, the quadriceps, like your shin muscles, also start to slide and roll towards the mat below. They soften to a gel. Your hips part and you feel your belly just rising and falling in unison with the breath. And as it falls, you feel or you imagine the organs of the abdomen just sink and relax. Your belly's soft and tension-free. The lower part of your body, from your hips to your heels, from your belly button to the perineum, completely at ease as you relax. You draw your attention to your chest. You relax the chest. You breathe in, you feel the chest gently expand on the inward breath. And as you breathe out, you allow the chest, the sternum, the heart, the lungs, all just to drift aimlessly towards the floor below. Your whole body soft and passive. Kind of melting into the yoga mat, yeah. Just like have a lump of butter in a frying pan. It starts off with some form, yeah, and it starts to melt and spread and sort of take on the qualities of the frying pan, yeah. In other words, it becomes flat, yeah. Similarly, with this relaxation, all the lumps and bumps and all the discomforts and the little niggles here and there just start to ease, and you start to merge into that yoga mat. Relax, guys. You soften the front of the neck and the throat. You allow your jaw to release and your chin to relax. Your face is soft. Your eyes peacefully closed. Your lips gently pressed or apart, whatever feels nice. Same for the teeth. The forehead, the temples, the scalp, smooth and tension-free. Your eyebrows relaxed from the center of the eyebrows out to the tips of the eyebrows, all the way down to the roots of the eyebrows. Your face sweet with relaxation. So, if you're tired, you just stay there. But if you're okay, maybe you'd like to join me for a minute or two of mantra yoga. It's a very simple but incredibly effective form of meditation, especially for this time that we live in. When I mean this time, I mean this millennia known in the yoga system as the Age of Iron or Kali Yuga. maybe, I'm not sure if the editing crew have the facility to put the words of this mantra down at the bottom of the screen, but it's very simple. Haribol, Nitai Gaur, Nitai Gaur, Haribol. Haribol, Nitai Gaur, Nitai Gaur, Haribol. Your turn. Haribol, Nitai Gaur, Nitai Gaur, Haribol, Haribol, Nitai Gaur, Nitai Gaur, Haribol, Haribol. Last one, yeah. Nitai Gaur, Nitai Gaur, Haribol. Thank you so much, guys. If you like the class, hit the subscribe. Thank you. Namaste. Thank you.